Welcome to Jaguar News and Views. I'm Riley Manwarn.
And I'm Natalie Hurth. We are your anchors for today's show.
Jaguar News and Views is produced by first-year public speaking students here at Thomas Jefferson in conjunction with the production staff at Wjag.
Today's show includes Crow Wilkins and Scores and Sports, Amelia Lowe with upcoming events, and Aaron Willie with Of Notes.
And today's show also features Greta Holgroff with our Jaguar of the Week and Tyson Schultz with our public service announcement.
Now let's go to Amelia with this week's upcoming event.
Thanks, Natalie. The school year is quickly coming to an end, and there is still a lot left to do. Academic seminar is over, so if you need to make up a test, contact your teacher and arrange for that to happen. The seniors' last day was Friday, and they graduate on Wednesday. The girls' lacrosse team has their first section game against Eastview here at home. The boys that play before the girls against Edina. Girls' golf has their banquet Thursday, and girls' lacrosse has their banquet on Sunday. There are finals next week for hours 1, 3, and 5 on Wednesday and hours 2, 4, and 6 on Thursday. Jefferson Theater Company is doing a production of Legally Blonde and will perform in July. I know we are all excited for the summer, but let's finish up the school year strong. Back to you, Riley.
Thanks, Amelia. Gotta make sure to watch Legally Blonde this summer. Now let's go to Tyson Schultz with our public service announcement.
Thank you, Riley. This summer is coming up, and that means freedom. Freedom to do what you want when you want to. But with this freedom also comes responsibility. Driving can be very dangerous, especially when you are distracted by texting on your phone or other things. So please drive responsibly. When you are behind the wheel, you are responsible for more than just your life. You're responsible for all the lives of the cars around you. So be safe and choose to focus. Back to you, Natalie.
Thanks, Tyson. That was a pretty important message. Make sure to stay safe on the roads. Now let's go to Aaron Willie with this week's Of Note.
Thanks, Natalie. Today I'm talking about the show Stranger Things. The show is placed in a small town where everyone knows everyone. A peculiar incident starts a chain of events that leads to a child's disappearance, which begins to tear at the fabric of an otherwise peaceful community. Dark government agencies and seemingly malevolent supernatural forces converge on the town. While a few of the locals begin to understand that more is going on than meets the eye. I give this show a 10 out of 10, and I would recommend this show to all high schoolers because it is a great show, and it just got renewed for a new season. Make sure to watch seasons 1 through 3 before you watch season 4, otherwise it won't make sense at all. Back to you, Riley.
Thanks, Aaron. I gotta make sure to watch that new season. Now let's go to Tyson Schultz's editorial comment.
We should spend more time and effort researching space and life outside of the Earth. There is a very high probability of life outside of the Earth. The chances of it has become more and more possible with the discovery of more than 60 billion planets. The University of Columbia astronomy professor David Kipping did a study on the possibility of life outside of the Earth. Here are some things he found. First of all, he studied the planets that we know of so far and tested the ability to sustain life by different factors of water, oxygen, gravity, and temperature. Though there's a select few planets we have data on so far, there is only a dozen planets habitable, but through the research that is expected to be over 60 billion planets that could sustain life. As Mr. Kipping said himself, the technique is akin to betting odds. It encourages the repeating testing of new evidence against your position. In essence, a positive feedback loop of refining your estimates of likelihood of an event. What he is saying in this quote is that there is a constant study of learning, testing, and improving techniques as the study goes on. In short, the benefits of space far outweigh the negatives, and we should start taking advantage of space and all the possibilities out there. It's worth a try.
Thanks, Tyson, on your editorial comment on space exploration. Now let's go to Crow Wilkins with Scores and Sports.
Thanks, Riley. Sports have been winding down towards the end of the year here, but I have a few updates for you. The softball team lost their sections, officially ending their season, and the state synchronized swimming team placed 7th last week. In track and field, Sam Goltz placed 8th in the discus throw, and Megan Lee is a state qualifier in the 3200 with a time of 10:50. This has been Scores in Sports. Back to you, Natalie.
Thanks, girl. Let's hope the Jags finish out their season strong. Now let's go to Greta Holgriff with this week's Jag of the Week.
Thank you, Natalie. For this week's Jag of the Week, I chose my friend Emily Goltz. Emily is a freshman here at Jefferson High School who participates in many different activities. She's involved in many sports such as basketball and soccer. This year, she received the varsity letter in basketball and was a junior captain on her softball team. Emily is also very proud of her academic achievements. She takes pride in her good grades, she takes many honors classes, and she also received the Decile Award this year. Her favorite quotes are, "The world as we have created, it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without thinking." And her other favorite quote is, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Her friends Addison and Megan say Emily is a kind-hearted person who always puts others before herself. As you can see, Emily has a fun future ahead of her. Back to you, Riley and Natalie.
Thanks, Greta. Emily sounds like a great person to be around. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed our last edition of Jaguar News and Views. This has been Riley Manwarn.
And Natalie Hirth. Thanks for watching.
Have a great summer, Jags.